If you let me treasure, oh, oh, oh. Pretty girl, keep smiling. Everything I see in my dream. Oh, oh, oh. So fine. Oh, oh, mine, oh, mine, treasure. That is what you are. You show my heart inside. My wish come true. Let me treasure you. You are my treasure, and you are my treasure. You are my treasure, you are my treasure. You are treasure. That is what you are. You're the tone my heart inside. You're the make my way. If you let me treasure you. If you let me treasure, oh, oh, oh.
Nebo na FM 103.5 nke dị n'obodo dị ọkpụtọrọkpụ bụ obodo Ogidi n'ime Anambra State, Nigeria.
Yeah, it's your baby. You're brighter than the single mom, baby. It's a party every time you come around, baby. I hit you down, baby. I can be the ground, baby. Hit me running. Ain't nothing looking better than when I see it coming. Ain't another feeling better than when I'm throwing money. You can tell it all how to come and take it the money. I'm addicted to ballin'. I can feel it with my drum. Hey, I bought a ticket to Rome. And by the end of the evening, been a weekend. We won't even know what minute we on. Monday, no man, it goddamn it. Tuesday, she wanna go up, but Wednesday, I'm ready. I'm trapped. Thursday, to say my love, Friday.
Can you just say me?
I like you coming down.
Till I'm Friday.
All the rituals in the
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Just another year, good enough like you are the best. I love you above the rest. Oh,
Yes, that's right. You're welcome to Birthday Splash on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. And your favorite person is in the studio right now for us to have this fun, And I'm coming in like, what's up, what's up? You gotta go. What's up, what's up? And when you say what's up, they say this guy. But what's up right now is Birthday Splash on Ebona, the 103.5 FM, where we have fun, make you happy. you know, for you to be really happy. Basically, like everybody is not happy right now. You know, most people right now, everybody that has gone out there to get money from the bank or ATM or POS, and everybody is not happy. But we still have cause to be happy. You know, we are alive, are we not? That's what it is. Yes, and how I bring you into this particular edition of Birthday Splash on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. And you know how we do here. You know, this is where we make it all fun. It's all fun in here. That's what it is. And basically, we celebrate you. We celebrate anybody you want to celebrate. You know, anybody you want to celebrate your family members, and anybody you really want to celebrate this morning. Anybody celebrated birthday, anniversary, whatever it is, you know, and that's what's up. And that what's up is exactly what we have come here to celebrate this morning, Friday, you know, the 3rd day of February 2023. I remain metal. What's the fun about my brother? And now we are here to have fun, basically. Are you ready now? Let's do this. Yes, basically, I'm not somehow agent at POS. I second in with the 2000 key will go to you to I second will think. Monobla key you much be now. I are happy, irrespective of whatever that is happening. And remember that even the federal government have said that okay, this thing, or even the CBN also is also saying it that this thing now, this suffering will soon end, basically. And so I'm here to ease the heart. You know, that heart, we are all into it, but basically we have to put out that positive outlook, basically, and be happy. And no, and as we are happy, we attract good stuff to ourselves. That's exactly what we are doing here. This morning on Birthday Splash on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. You know what? Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday just for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Anyway, if you're not happy yet, you know, you will be when I begin to venture into the stories we have for you this morning. You know, on that area, that particular area is where we get to give you, share some of these stories so that you and I will figure out imperialism and then figure out, you know, Backlash, you know, and the people fixing it and the rest of them. A whole lot of things that is going on our social space today that we need to talk about, and it's going to be fun all the way when we begin to venture into these stories. So I know you are here with me, hanging out, and we are going to have this fun together. So when you come to smile, let's have fun this morning. Now, without further ado, let's get down to the real business of telling you what is cracking, what is happening in the social space today, you know, in our space. All over the world, basically, we are looking at all that we, you know, tell us that this is imperialism and this is this and this is that, you know, basically. So we are looking at all of these stories so that we use that to lift ourselves up and then learn a thing or two from it, as well as, you know, you and I having that interactive session, talking about these things, the way it goes down, basically. Yotago, Ayabego, phone in a way. Let's get down to the real business. Now, Nigeria immigration arrests 516 illegal immigrants with PVCs in Kaduna on a photo. You know, these days are like, in this case, some of them have permanent voters cards, some of them have national identity cards, you know, and some of them, most of them are from Niger Republic, Chad, Cameroon, Togo, and Senegal. And now, most of them have what most Nigerians don't even have, national ID card, permanent voters card. You know, most Nigerians, like some Nigerians, I will say most now, but when we talk about permanent voters card now, a lot of people have theirs, you know. So most Nigerians don't have some of these documents that these immigrants possess. You know? So what do you think of that? When you call, you tell me what you think of that particular one. Then moving away from that particular story, you know, we have gotten to the story where IPOB declares that no sit at home for February election. So they are pointing it out that they are not, anybody that said sit at home during this election is not of IPOB. That's what IPOB is telling us this morning. Yeah, it happened that, you know, the separatist group in a statement released yesterday, for February the 2nd, you know, they warned that pan-Nigerian president of Igbo extraction should desist from linking Igbo like IPOB with the enforcement of sit-at-home order to blackmail IPOB and ESN. They pointed out the fact that they have disowned, somebody like this guy was Simon Epa, who made some order, who gave his own order for us to sit at home, basically. So they are disowning him and saying that this guy is not of IPOB. So there's no way you link some of these people who are causing issues around us to us as IPOB members. They said in the past that they have called for boycott of elections, but it was resolved before the election and they encouraged people to go and vote. So today, IPOB is telling people in the Southeast that there will be no sit at home, during this election, during this period of February and everything. There will be no sit at home, so as to ensure that the election goes as planned. What is your take on this one? What is still your take on this one? It concerns us. It's a national issue. Let's talk about it basically this morning. Yes, it's all fun, as we are beginning to get to the fun part. Yes, it's very important that we talk about these things the way it unfolds, basically. It concerns us. We will talk about it this morning. But I'm bringing it down to the area of fun now. If you remember vividly, like a couple of weeks back, it was reported that somebody, like his name is Usain Bolt. If you don't know Usain Bolt, then you have not been paying attention to athletics and the rest of them. He's famous. He's one of the fastest man on earth at the time. Usain Bolt lost $11 million, whatever is said or whatever that was done to Usain Bolt. It's not like they have evidence of this, but the fact that in the song, if you remember vividly, like the song Cash App, made by the said artist, Backlash, the guy said, Usain Bolt, run. People are beginning to ask themselves, bro, it be like saying, you run Usain Bolt to this thing? I don't know what it be. Well, anyhow, when you call, you tell us what you think of that. We'll get to see how this entire story unfolds. Yes, we are beginning to dip into the fun part. Yes. Yes, we have gotten to the Yul 101 part. You have to go over where we get to discuss Yul Edochie and some of his activities. It's Yul 101. But these activities of his today is leading to even peterobi 101, basically now, because these two are entities of their own. But today, they are coming together, basically, in this story. It's not like they are doing it intentionally, but somehow, actor Yul Edochie replies those who criticize his role, as peterobi in a new movie. Nollywood, just dropped a new movie and it's trending on social media. Following like that movie now is basically about the Labour Party presidential candidate, peterobi. So Yul Edochie was the lead actor in the movie playing peterobi. And some of the people who were criticizing Yul Edochie were just criticizing, like most people maintain the fact that he had to twist his voice in acting this particular act, like this particular part of peterobi. And we all know how the presidential candidate of the Labour Party talks, whenever he talks like, people of Anambra State, we are telling you that, we are going to do this and do that. And that's the problem, because Yul Edochie in this movie began talking in that manner, and he was talking that way. I'm telling you that we are going to transform this nation from consumption to production, And people are like, why are you doing that? You are insulting the man. But he said, this is what I do for a living. Whenever I want to act, I do all that I need to do, And this is what he said. He said, if you do this job for money, you will get frustrated and leave, because the stress will make you feel like, what am I doing? If you love the stress, it will be fun for you. Then he says it stresses him, but any day that he is not stressed, they like him, because basically this is not the job now. The job presents stress now. So where is the stress? Then he says that he loves the stress. So the stress is that the fact that sometimes he will do some things and then people will even get to criticize him for what he did. What do you think of this story I just told you? Basically, when you call, you tell us what you think of that. And then moving away from that story, basically, let's get it started on this one. Yeah, I told you we are getting to the fun part, and this is the fun part. We are here already. Then 24 years old lady marries 85-year-old man with hopes of giving him his first child. On a far bottom. Basically, this lady, the 24-year-old, and then, in presenting the husband that will marry her, she went to the father that is 47-year-old, and he's telling the father, Daddy, this is my husband to be. Yeah? And then okay, 85 years old, Daddy, yes, the husband, the daddy, what is your plan coming to my house? Then the man didn't approve of it, but somehow they have forced the man to agree with them, and then it is happening. What do you think of a marriage of this sort, like 24-year-old lady? Do you think this lady is just being a gold digger, or do you think she's doing it just because she really loves this man that is 85 years old? He said that they got talking in a particular place. This lady comes from a place called Starkville, Mississippi. You know, that's where she met the husband, Charles Pogo, 85-year-old man. And then the man is into real estate and the rest of them. So he's wealthy to an extent. And then, but one of the things that attracted the lady is that the man is good in talking, and then made her like laugh in some aspect. But their plans is that, okay, after they met in 2020, February 2020, and then the man proposed in the same month. Then they are planning on having children through IVF, you know, in the hope of starting a family for Charles. And I've been asking myself, what was he doing since then till 85? He had no children. Anyway, that's the question for another day, basically. But when you call, you tell us what you think of that. Now, 2023, Aisha Yusuf claims typical Nigerian politicians will soon decamp to join peterobi. You know Aisha Yusuf, right?
Happy birthday for you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy.
Yes, Aisha Yusuf is one of like the major let me say, if you come into Nigeria now, when you want to talk about activists or activism in Nigeria now, Aisha is probably going to be the second or third name you're going to mention when it comes to being an activist, basically. And now she is a strong supporter of peterobi, and she's saying that the way this thing is going now, that she's looking at this thing now, it looks as if for her, let me not just say it looks as if, in her own words, that peterobi is going to win this election. That's what she's saying. And because of that a lot of politicians are going to decamp and join peterobi's camp. She's also saying that they are welcome to join, you know. But basically, what is your take on this one? You know, moving on, we have a lot of stories to tell you, but basically, yes, we have gotten to the part where if one knows or now, but now see, I like you, and the rest of them, and now where, and the lady now say, I don't know, you know, and then before you know it, a place again a friend zone. A man was placed on friend zone, or went on a friend zone now for 4 years. After good years, where sue the lady $2.3 million for a place in a friendship zone for 4 good years. Okay, this is how we went down. You know, the man is suing this lady for 1.9 million pounds, you know, basically for refusing to be his girlfriend. Nah, we didn't care, man. I don't know. Is it going to work? Then it happens that the guy met this lady called Miss Tan, and he's saying that since they started this kind of friendship that they've been doing for a long time, the guy have spent roughly 13,700 pounds on the lady. And then this guy is saying that the lady breached an agreement to improve their relationship. No agreement. Now all those money he was spending, then well agreement in the matter. But anyhow, the judge, you will not drag court into trying to force a lady to accept your proposal. But every other aspect, this lady will measure yabu. But when you call this morning, you tell us what you think of that. Based on the fact you na ogbadosi yabu nwanyị otinye na friend zone and emekwazi nwoke su bezie na court sinyekwazi ego enye o spend go n'isi yabu nwanyị. Now, Nasty Black, a comedian, a Nigerian comedian. Now, why this morning? Na Nigeria tata. We should be appreciative of the fact that government, like we should appreciate this particular government for fuel and new naira note scarcity. Maka gịnị ka anyị ga-eji appreciate is ya. Ọkụ ya njọ mgbe m fụrụ ya. Anyway, the guy na Kowana this month to February on the 14th. Now I expect go spend the ego. Man, because of all these things that is happening right now, you have to go with the first scarcity, naira swap, and the rest of them. No any excuse to give. Maka spend the ego on the 14th of February this month. But when I go okay, when you're gonna go live, when you're gonna wangole, chineke, maka this new naira note, and scarcity, and that of scarcity of fuel. Should we thank God? Oh, it was there. It's a say thank God, Makia, and Corbell, Makia, Moboni, Hipu. It's one number. Now you get the better like I see Yapota. Come where Malazin Kipu when you call. Come where Malazin Kipu when you call. Yes, you are still tuned to Abona the 103. This splash is unfolding right before you right now. You have to go and no more about metal. Hey, kita ayabatakwana nanka. Custom seized $6 million fake US dollar, not just dollar, $6 million US along Seme border. Arrested 4 people. Keduka is who amalan kebunke. KK is sima nchabumo. On the question. Now, this is how it went down. You know, the area controller of the command, Dera Nadi, you know, he made this known to journalists during a brief in Seme on Thursday, yesterday, Lagos. He said that recorded milestone in the last 13 days in its anti-smuggling operations. Some of the anti-smuggling landmarks by the command include the seizure of fake 6 million, you know, 6 million fake dollar and 63 billion naira kopota, and the arrest of 2 suspects conveying the fake currency from Nigeria to Republic of Benin. You know, Tago? Anyhow, how do you see the story? All the while, and then how come the amount of dollar, fake dollar gano in our markets today? But anyhow, when you call, you tell us what you think of that. It is unfolding. Now, the next story I'm about to tell you now about the story in Yota, the story in a lot of men, former, whenever they see this kind of things, when we do so on and so, because basically, over time, we have seen a situation whereby it looks as if marriages in the world today is against men, basically. A situation whereby men just get married, and people in the West, when they don't do the needful before they get into that marriage, before they know it, and we go situation whereby a woman herself just got married, within 2 months that she got married, she seek divorce and then got divorced. And the essence of seeking that divorce is just to get some part of the properties from the man. That's all. Only husband said. No, and this is because of the 50-50, you know, share that a lot of couples get to share whenever they get to court, irrespective of whatever is the problem. Then all of a sudden, because he got married and a lot of things, it changed immediately, all of a sudden, because the next person he got married to wants a divorce, and a lot will begin to happen. And now, Kenyan government, and this is why they now brought a situation whereby if you seek for divorce in your marriage in Kenya today, that you will go with what you came with. You don't even touch the other ones that was bought for you over time. You know, oh, that's the way Kenyans were there. This decision was taken by 5-man Supreme Court judges in Kenya. We decided automatic entitlement to a 50% share of property in case of a divorce. Anyway, these days, before I made the marriage, the property okay, Betty, okay. Okay, now one of the marks or they're the marks and the rest of them. This is how it's unfolding now. But anyhow, when you call, you tell us what you think of that. It is still a 103.5 FM and bet this splash is unfolding. Now, this morning, Cameroonian singer and entrepreneur Ama as Densia has slammed stingy parents who fail to give money to their kids. What sort of wickedness is this? And now this is how she said it. She said, parents who actually have money and say, I don't give my kids money because I want them to work hard, but give the money to charity and random people. Well, I don't know why people think struggling is cute. It is not. You struggled and made money. Why do you want your kids to struggle? Is it struggle competition? Nah, yeah. Anyway, then also you are in your late 70s. Your child has mental problems and a child, and she clearly needs your help. You cut her off anyway. That's why these kids, are asking their parents for inheritance now. Do you think so? Then now continue. If you have money, your kids should not lack anything, mean nothing. If you want it in excess, give them. Like if they want it in excess, give them. Then when you aren't there, they will figure it out. I know thoughts of wealthy men and women and their children don't have a dime. What do you have the money for then? But they give these sugar babies, like they give their sugar babies money, but won't give their own children. Where people can put this money. Parents all the time like that are doing the right thing in order to shape their life, for them to understand that money is hard to come by, and then understand that you have to put in work for you to get it, basically, so that they don't become they don't spend money lavishly without understanding the suffering that comes with getting that money. Now it is the time for you to come in and tell me what you think of all these stories I give this morning, and I bet this splash on Ebona 103.5 FM, and the numbers to call to become part of this conversation for 08096661035. Let's get to it. Hello? The professor of the Faculty of Finishing Touches. You are on board, my brother. Welcome, Professor. Get what's this morning. They are around. They are chilling. Very soon you hear from them, my brother.
All right.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, Gabaniru, Professor.
All this cabal. Okay, let me come.
Okay.
Aisha Buhari joining peterobi.
Not Aisha Buhari, Yusuf. Not Aisha. Hey, Professor, please call back. I would like to hear from you. 08096661035. It looks as if network is messing with us a little bit this morning, but just keep the calls coming. Let's have this conversation. 08096661035. Let's hear from you. Hello? Yeah, good morning, my brother. How are you doing? Okay, Gabani Rebuka. Okay.
And if I understand Kenya government,
Hello. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, it is still birthday splash on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. You know, good hope, no ga kapa mama eme you to Nigeria. But basically, if you look at the happenings in Nigeria, citing like maybe Rude Boy. Anyway, let me get this call first and then we'll continue. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Fine. Splendor.
Okay. Can we say one more to Splendor?
It's not allowed.
Okay, I'm going to Splendor.
Okay. I will be celebrate that.
Oh, well. Okay, I know I'm going to celebrate it. Keep a bit for my sister.
No, bro, bro, my birthday.
Okay.
But don't we celebrate that in 7 years.
Okay.
My January 10.
Oh, wow.
So, on program in my lesson, on 7 years, my January 10. So, I've been very happy now. They're trying to go doing and the great. If you were Gagidi, you look at Kamara Gapani,
yes, so.
Oh, Gapadi, and Yellow
yes, so. Yeah, so we celebrate you. We celebrate you. We celebrate.
No, I mean, you don't need now.
Okay.
And I didn't need so if I be that very small, or that action. So the woman now, he said, so folk could be what if figure what I go. So then I gonna say, if in the divorce, Makandi, in the Kenya civil. So that thing I like here because he got it. Oh, one. Idi wa you bahani sikita too much. Keka di ba itu tagida afu to yi tagida afu. Hi. Itu tagida bata muka because ada afu no dia nyam. Muka mama di nobody phone e check in.
Oh yo.
Kudo di ma bata di fi no iti ko kwa ko. Tele bani e bu e. Mo mo ki di da to se afu apati bata di. Eh? Ipata di na so ki do property wo ke tala ku ko yi. After mo kana Nigerian government because only Kahame Pay and the Kenyan, at least one chin you don't know the connect. Over the good from what you are now for you. So I like him, yeah. I don't like you. Yeah, your woman. Where you form me. You say your woman at Robert. Oh, two or being a Mukuchi. Even the man now watch ya, or it's organized.
Oh, I hope.
Where I want to ask for your name, what is the Oh, he goes to see my comment. So, then I can put let go be a more chicken than I. Oh, he
become part of this conversation. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, Kimmel.
Oh, then, good morning, sir.
I know, we thank the Lord. Okay, I'm okay, Nagabaniru.
Oh, my dear, it's my Kenya. But I don't want to know. I like in your more.
Okay.
Because now, many ladies get to do my way, you know, one. So, I'm not so make up the only the old and more. He had grandfather. They just just because of poverty. Because now I'm a phone you now, when I'm a phone, it's on a European. I won't die for him. No, Macadam property. So, not the man like that, all in Kenya, you to an idea. Only young yet, you have a fancy here for whatever. I will not show him, you will not show or other value. I don't want to
okay. Nadalo, you man sees lion and peterobi na Yul Edochie. Okay, no, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you so much. Yes, it is still birthday splash on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. I need somebody to even talk about the fact that IPOB is saying that there will be no seat at home for these February elections. Let's hear from you. Hello. Yeah. Welcome back, Professor of the Faculty of Finishing Touches. Yes, welcome back.
Thank you. So, I like the new ICO people.
Oh, okay.
In order so that she could get the plans of the cabal. Makane were in the cabal time, I were especially here in Southeast and force this at home. Whereby no second people that I can have all dinner this at home. So now Kuru Gorman and I'm at kudos.
Yes, sir.
Olu was election on your now. What is the PVC was there?
No problem.
That I work for both.
No problem.
Makana I get to your own time around.
No problem.
Yes. So I think government to do. Now you are Saram Chimaka properties. Whereby
marriage.
Marriage. How well
No problem.
so that I like it very, very well. And I'm asking her kudos for that.
Yes.
Because what the room I just finished you with it. So I was very, very good.
And now some of these things you couldn't make discuss on a finishing touches faculty. No, yeah, one with her.
Very, very important. I like it.
Yes. Okay.
So,
okay.
And here I tell you, other people who are joining the party. That is to show that the hand of God is upon this
okay.
Overall, the struggle of a man, overall, the struggle of Ghana. So, come to the world,
okay. Okay, Darren, the professor. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you. Yes, it is still birthday splash on Ebona Day 103.5 FM. You know, we can still hear from you 08096661035, and then this discussion ensues immediately. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
No, good morning.
Your name and location, please.
Happy New Year.
I wish you same, my brother.
Voice from Obosi.
Well, welcome.
So, Adam happen here. Anyway, sir, Adam happen here. The government people battle.
Okay.
But many, in short, my own side is first. Many women, who matter here, they are not blood, matter love, more can help you.
Okay.
All because of here working well. And the Kanya get deleted. Ụfọdụ batakwa ha forward onye to Benlab. So I thank God for that. Otego m na-etinye ya n'Efrel.
Okay. More for up and the Kenya na ọbọkwa Nigeria. Ọ Kenya government kwuru ya.
Nigeria ga-amụta ya because na Nigeria na-amụtaga ihe ndị ọzọ na.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Na nke a dị mma mmụta.
Ka ihe nwekwa n'ikwu maka onye na-blast parents na-adị enye ụmụ ha ego, ka ihe nwe ikwu maka nke a, ọ dị mma ka parents na-enye ụmụ ha ego ka ọ dị mma ka ha na-restrict ego ka ha wee na-ama ife afọ bụ.
Ọ dịghị mma parents inye ụmụ ha ego.
Okay, anyhow like that.
Yes, ọ dị mma ka parents because okay, iwe ọcha ndị eji ego zụọ ahụ. Iwe ọcha ndụ paịpụ na ọkpanwa bụ ndị na-adị 15 years chọba ebe a ga-agwọ ọgwụ ego.
Okay.
Mana na anyị nwa bụ ndị jelu ụkpa akpaka na mkpụrụ akwụ. Anyị adachị ego n'echi. Mana ndị a na-atinyere ego n'akpa na pa na-eje skuul. Oge ha chogotere ha chọbazi ebe pa ga-ebute na Ghana Moscow.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you. Yes, it is still birthday splash on Ebona Day 103.5 FM. Now, what time, Kukusa? Time, Utipoju. Or 08096661035. Let's have this conversation about all of this. Hello.
Hello, Martin.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, no.
I do call the market.
Okay, Gabaniru Uzamaka.
Papa,
Oh, well, Yapanafia.
man.
Chuku Some Emmanuel, okay, Beleganisi Chuku Some this morning.
And my son under that.
Yes, so we celebrate Chuku Some. Oh, well, okay. Next week I celebrate Chuku. So, Nka I celebrate Kwanta, Kaba Yamapata. Hello. Yeah. Go Basebogene. Oh, 25th of February, Kayatunian.
Okay, 25th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I broke a match. Until I don't know who find a good this morning or Pankeno Shata.
And my dollar is I like him.
Okay.
So I
okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, all the way from 33 on our auto. And now we are talking about it basically. We remember that we talked about the fact that Yul Edochie, played the role of peterobi in a new movie. Let's know your thought about that. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. How you doing? I'm good. Your name and location?
My name is
You went to go small, increase your volume some more so that we can hear you. Or when your mouthpiece is very far from your mouth, put it closer to your mouth so that we can hear you properly. Okay, go on, Gabaniru.
The fact is that I'm very happy hearing that they are also from the people with the
BBC.
Okay. All these they don't know for next.
Okay.
Not if people don't drop something in Nigeria for this year.
Okay.
But they need to do more.
Okay.
Because from still around, we from Nigeria did not have a national ID card. Why Southern Nation connect? Get my one I thank you for that. And yeah, they're still acting like people. There's nothing bad about that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. It is birthday splash. What is your take on all of this? Remember that we're talking about parents who do not give their children money. They said they are stingy parents. Somebody is accusing them this morning that you are supposed to be giving your children money, but you think it is the best way for you to, discipline them. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
First time caller.
Welcome aboard. Your name and location? Swaibo, my brother. Where are they? After ABC, Bogoda Force. Bogoda after ABC, okay, Gabaniru Bifuna.
So, I have this Aisha issue. And I sit down and I talk about join now. Go here, get even or the new way, take care, join the one, and then that's why.
Man, or there is exactly like that because basically I ain't chabon Nigerians. You want to know about Nigeria too? Or talk about Nigeria and I'm one of nke abụrụ izizi ọ na-campaign for you. So a man say no because ọ na-achọ ọ bụrụ ọ dị media by no onye be ha na onye ọ chọrọ onye dị mma chia ọ ihe ọ na-eme since ụwa ihe ji malia yọta so otu a ka ọ dị. Amen. Amen. Okay, Darren, thank you so much for joining us this morning all the way from Oneni. 08096661035, and then let's have this conversation talking about it. The fact that Nasty Black told us, we Nigerian men, that we should be happy that fuel scarcity is here and new Naira note is also scarce. So it's an excuse to run away from 14th February. Let's hear from you. Hello. Hey, the park himself. What's good?
Man, when you look at the sky, man, you got Almighty guys in the sky.
Yes, looking down on his people. You're like watching over us. Sorry for go. Yes, so look at that one as a fucking heavy sap. Okay, where can I do my brother?
Yeah, brother.
Okay. From the faculty. Faculty of Finishing Touches.
Oge na-akpọ m ụtọ n'ife ndị Kenya na-akpọ m ụtọ n'ife ndị Kenya na maka Kenya nnọọ Kenya corruption dị ebe ahụ corruption dị na Kenya oge na grassroots nsọka melụmalụ mma onye abụọ bụ na ịchọ ịnụ di ọ bụ na akpawa
Barak remains. Okay. I'm telling you, my brother.
People that are criticizing now, maybe on a one-on-one side, they should die.
They should rest, my brother. Yes, sir.
It is very, very stressful where you are, and that is the job. If you do not stress on the job, that means you have learned to the pinnacle of the job.
That's the thing.
Yes. Therefore, I am following you because I am the one-on-one to commemorate.
Yes.
And that is not where we are.
Okay.
But we rule this country. We fight it for the promised land. So, brother, let me enter my job.
Thank you. Already. You can now move with your Google, my brother. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's good to say it that way. Professor Gasukugia in another form. It's okay, another form, basically. 08096661035, and then you become part of this conversation. Let's hear from you. Hello? Yeah, my brother, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm good.
Okay. Okay.